So it's absolutely no surprise that there is nothing going on with Battlefield 2042 right now, and it will remain that way for quite a long time, actually until March, late March, that is. So I figured now is a good time to go back and visit some of the older Battlefield games, just to gather some thoughts and compare them to what I think about 2042, and I decided to try to go back and play Battlefield 5, because I looked at the last time that I played the game, and it was a substantially long time ago. So I figured, why not? I'll jump in Battlefield 5, I'll see what's going on with the game, and let's just say that the game is, how do I put this? Completely and utterly unplayable, at least on PC North American servers, but in general, Battlefield 5 is a substantially better game than Battlefield 2042, even though Battlefield 5 is, of course, a really bad game, objectively speaking. But I wanted to show you guys this really funny experience on the first time that I actually tried to play Battlefield 5 in quite a long time. Then I'll dive into sort of my thoughts comparing the two games, because obviously they're both infamous for their own special reasons. So if you enjoy the content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, link in the description, and of course follow my Twitch stream, first link in the description as well. And if you do watch the content quite a bit, I would genuinely appreciate it if you turn notifications on. I'm trying to get the notification number up a little bit, so if you could do that, I would really appreciate it. Now then, why did I say that North America PC servers, specifically, talking about that specific region, why did I say they're completely unplayable? Well, it's for a very good reason. My first ever experience back to Battlefield 5 in a very long time, actually trying to play the game and not spectate people, was cut to a very, very quick end. And that is because I tried to join a server, and I was immediately banned from that server before I even got the opportunity to spawn in the game and set foot on the map. And as you can probably imagine, there are not many servers available, especially for North America PC servers at any given time. There are maybe only 2 to, I'd say, 6 servers available at any given time, and some of those servers are community servers, which are run by people that use server plugins, and apparently ban people like myself that they consider to be, quote-unquote, detrimental to the server experience, otherwise known as they ban me because I'm too good. So basically immediately getting banned from a server was my first welcome back to Battlefield 5, and then upon inspecting the remaining available servers for Battlefield 5, there were only 2 other servers that I could have played. One was an official Tactical Conquest server with a massive queue, and the other one was a half-empty, Game of Panzerstorm, which I'm not interested in playing whatsoever. But later that night, I did manage to get into a server finally. And I just have to tell you guys, even though Battlefield 5 is objectively and just factually speaking one of the worst Battlefield games ever made, it's astonishing how much better Battlefield 5's gameplay is than 2042, even with Battlefield 5's existing problems. And when I mean it's astonishing, I don't use that word in an exaggeratory manner. I was kind of blown away how much better Battlefield 5 played. Not only were the maps, even the shitty maps in Battlefield 5, significantly better than 2042, the gameplay felt so much more responsive, the mouse input was not broken, and in general, the game just was better in pretty much all aspects. Now, it is very important to understand that all of that stuff does not make Battlefield 5 a good game. It just makes it better than 2042, which is not difficult, or impressive, might I add. But I think what it truly speaks to is just the sheer amount of substance that was lost with Battlefield 2042's gameplay loop. There is almost no redeemable factor to 2042 after I played Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5's gameplay is much more readable, much more responsive. The rotations on the maps make way more sense. I like the UI better. The movement of Battlefield 5 is way better. And in general, Battlefield 5 takes substantially more skill to play, which makes it more enjoyable because there's more depth to the gameplay. And the one thing that was really jarring and shocking to me coming to Battlefield 5 from 2042 was just how much tighter and how much more predictable the gunfights were in Battlefield 5. And what I mean by that is, in Battlefield 5, and generally in every Battlefield game that isn't 2042, you can know when that person should die in a gunfight, right? You know the amount of bullets they can take, so you can say, shoot 5 or 6 bullets at this guy, and if your aim is good enough, you can already sort of transition to another target because you know that you hit the shots in order to kill that person, right? In 2042, it's a mushy, unresponsive mess, and I feel like I don't really know when someone is going to die, and I just sort of have to keep shooting until I see their health bar, you know, drop to 1 HP, and I go, okay, well, I shot 3 bullets at this guy, I can probably look off of him, or I see the skull symbol. In Battlefield 5, and you could see in the gameplay in the background, I am 100% locked in, I know when to stop shooting, and I know exactly the point when I can switch to another target. And that is so underrated in a video game. And again, all the things that I've mentioned that Battlefield 5 has over 2042, they aren't exactly, like, unbelievably impressive things. We're just sort of talking about, like, oh, a working video game? Holy shit. And I just find it so hilarious that 2042 is so terrible that basic things, like all the things that I've mentioned in this video, are so amazing to me after not playing basically a functional video game for so long. And I think that is something people really don't talk about enough when it comes to Battlefield 2042. That's the fact that the game basically doesn't fucking work properly. All right, the mouse input is literally broken. That goes for controller input as well. The game in general feels terrible, and I think to properly experience that, you need to go back and play other Battlefield games, then go to play 2042, just to understand the unimaginable difference. So that was pretty much my experience going back to Battlefield 5. All of this stuff, you know, I knew I was going to experience all of this stuff, but what surprised me is just the sheer difference of it all. It was so much better than Battlefield 2042 in literally all aspects that it was jarring to me. And again, I might sound like a broken record here. Battlefield 5 is not a good game. Battlefield 5 is just a game that has basic, like, functionality. Better mechanics, slightly better maps overall, and better movement. And it's astonishing the difference all of that stuff makes. And I have to be completely honest, it really sucks that I can't play Battlefield 5 without getting banned or waiting in super long queues or playing with 120 ping. Because if it were up to me, I'd probably stream Battlefield 5 probably multiple times a week over 2042 because I just have more fun playing Battlefield 5. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was my experience. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you go back and play Battlefield 5 or really any other Battlefield game and then go to play 2042 and then list the differences below in the comment section because I have a feeling it's going to be astonishing just like my experience was. So I look forward to reading your comments and yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.